Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will be talking about how to split line breaks into multiple rows in Microsoft Excel. So more specifically, you can use the same technique in any set of data, not only or not restricted to line breaks only. So you can even call these techniques that we are going to learn as text to rows. So in the previous video, we look at how to split line breaks into multiple columns using find and replace and text to columns. So find and replace to replace the line breaks into a specific character, and text to column to split the data based on the specific character that we replaced earlier into multiple columns. So you can watch the previous video if you have not watched it, and I will put the link in the description below. Okay, so in this video we will be looking at two different methods. One is paste transpose, another one is power query. So paste transpose involves a lot of methods or a lot of steps, so it's suitable when you are doing for a one-time job or one row data. Power query would be more suitable when you have a data that is more dynamic. That means you have to redo this thing a lot of times, your data size is changing and so on. Okay, so paste transpose will be from a data that is on the top left that you see here, one row data, but you have three lines in the second columns, right? So splitting it into a result on the bottom right corner involves a lot of steps. So we will look at this thing later. And then power query method, you can deal with multiple rows or a larger data set, and then it will be actually faster and easier. Okay, so let's go to the data. Okay, so now we have this data which is one row. Of course, we apply what we have learned previously in the previous video. So first thing is that we want to replace the line break into a specific character, say comma. So find what here, you press Ctrl H to bring up this find and replace window, press Ctrl J and then click at this replace with, and then put in the commas, and then you replace all. So you can see that now we have changed this line break into comma, and then of course go to data and then text to columns, right? So we can change this thing to multiple columns using this text to column. Now copy the data, and then of course what you need to do is just to do a paste transpose. So you can go to like copy this one, and then of course home, paste, and then you can click at the transpose here. There should be one transpose, or click paste measure, and then where's the transpose? Okay, over here, right? So and then you click OK. Okay, so because I'm more familiar with the keyboard shortcut, so sometimes I seldom click on the button, so a bit hard to find. So on the keyboard shortcut, it would be just to press alternate HVT, right? So let's bring up this screen key so that you can see whatever keyboard that I'm pressing, right? So alternate HVT, you can see you get a transpose now, and then of course I copy this C and then paste it here. So you just need to clean up a little bit, put in the border alternate HBA, and then of course you can delete the row, so you get what you need. So but you can see that a lot of steps involved and quite manual, right? That means to say when you update your data, you don't have this table updated automatically. So now we move on to the next method, which is power query method, that will be automated, and the data can actually be extended or edited, and you get an updated data or updated clean up data after you click refresh. So in order to do that, of course you select the whole table now, and then click at the data tab, and then choose from table or range. So by the way, data or Excel version that I'm using here is actually Excel 365, but 2016 onwards you will have this power query. Okay, if you are using Excel 2013 and or 2010, probably you have to install the add-ins. Okay, so back to this one, we are looking at the data table, and then go into data, and then click at this from table, and then you can see that we have this part now. Let me zoom in. Right, so my table has headers. Click OK, and then one window will be brought up, and that window will be basically the Power Query editor. Okay, right, so now we have this one. As you can see, the data is being shown here. So now it is exactly the same as what you can see in the Excel file, right? So one cell, two rows. So what we want to do is just to clean up this part here. So split columns, click at this one. It's under Home tab, by the way. Okay, so if you go up a bit, right, so you can see under Home tab, there is a split columns. Click at this one by delimiter. So the delimiter here would be a special character, and then let's look at the window, pop-up window. So it takes a while. Okay, right, so let me zoom out a bit so that we can see the whole window. So it looks like this, and then of course, going one by one, you can see that they automatically detected this one for us, right? So what is this thing? Basically, it is similar to text to column, right? So you can choose like column or comma and so on. So now over here, what we want is a custom one, and it is a special character line break. Okay, so this is basically for line break. But if let's say in case you delete everything, right? So how do you insert that? You don't have to type in manually. Click at this window, and then you can choose line fit. So line fit is basically to go to the next line, right? So and then at each occurrence, and then split to multiple rows, just like that. Then click OK. So you can see the data is directly cleaned up, and then it's into what you want, and now you can click close and load. So, okay, so you can click at this button if you want to load it as a new worksheet into a new worksheet. Okay, right, so let's wait for the Power Query. So you see this is the table one that you have now. So you have this cleanup data. Okay, so into everything into one row. Okay, so now let's say if we amend this thing a little bit, say that let me scroll down a bit. Right, so say that I have D3 here and also D4. Okay, so going back to the table, in order to show the updates, you can right click and then refresh. So you can see the new data coming in. Of course, you can even have something like I press a tab, and then okay, this thing is blocking the view, right? So I type in name E, and then I pass let's say E1. Okay, so new rows here, of course you can right click, refresh again, you get a new row. Okay, so that is what you have in Power Query. So text to rows using page transform, which involves quite a lot of steps, and Power Query method, which is more dynamic and linked to the original data. So I would basically recommend this method if let's say you need to redo the things frequently or periodically. Okay, so thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.